Okay, so I haven't made a video for a while. I've been really busy, but and I really wanted to put this information out, but so I'm finally getting the chance here. But it involves the World Series and a bunch of other things have a bunch of twos in them lately, and I just looked into the number two a little bit more, and I can't believe I never thought of it, but um, B is the second letter of the alphabet. So a B represents a 2. So an uppercase B looks like an 8. So 22 would actually be an 88, or 222 would actually be an 888. Also, the lowercase b looks like a 6. So, I mean, three twos can also equal three sixes, or it can equal three eights. And here's a quick little look at the letter B on Wikipedia, at least. You scroll down here, and it says computing codes, and it has the capital B, and it shows all these encodings here. And the decimal for an uppercase B, look at every one of them. 66, 66, 66. There's 194, and then 66. That I find that weird. Like, Also, the Phoenician symbol for the letter H actually looks like a B or an 8. Let's see here. Yes. So here's the Phoenician alphabet, and you got H, which looks like an 8. And in our alphabet, H is the 8th letter of the alphabet. I just thought that was interesting. I thought I'd just show that really quick. So, I mean, obviously, B is also a musical note. And you click on this here, and you scroll down here. Let's see. Okay, so it talks about pitch classes are typically represented by the first 7 letters of the Latin alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then it says, a few European countries, including Germany, adopt an almost identical notation in which H is substituted for B. So, I mean, you also have your 8 again there. So you have H is the 8th letter, and it's substituted for B. And you can scroll down and find out why, and it talks about Denmark and some other things. But I just wanted to point out that another time that H actually represents B, and then they both represent an 8 as well. So then, for whatever the reason, I always have said peace out, peace this. It's just something I've always said for years now. And I started saying it ever since I started making videos. I just say peace at the end of the videos. And I started thinking about the peace sign and what you do when you make the peace sign. You put up 2 fingers, right? I'll show you a picture really quick here. Right here. So we got, that's the peace sign, right? Everybody knows peace. So the peace sign is actually called the V sign. It even says here, it has come to be used as a symbol of peace. I mean, so when you put your 2 fingers up, it actually does make a V, and I'll explain why in a second here, because it stands for victory. But I just find that very interesting that you put up 2 fingers, and V is also the 22nd letter of the alphabet. Well, obviously, I don't even need to show you guys that right here. Is the 22nd letter of the alphabet. You should know that anyway. It's not that hard to look up. But so you hold up your 2 fingers and you make a V with them, and then V is the 22nd letter of the alphabet. So when you do the peace sign, you're actually doing a 222. And a 222 can either represent an 888 or a 666. And I mean, what else do you do with your 2 fingers like this? You do things like you do in pictures. People do the bunny ears, right? The bunny ears, and you have Ishtar, right? So I mean, come on, you have Ishtar. People do devil's horns or whatever with their two fingers. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, can't believe I never thought of that before. Or I mean, I just can't believe that I've been doing it for so long and I didn't even realize why I was doing it. So the reason that we all do the peace sign, and I mean, this is why we do it as the peace sign, I guess. It was started by the BBC, which is 223, skull and bones, whatever. But they started the V for Victory campaign, and when they did that, Winston Churchill referred approvingly to the V for Victory campaign in a speech. So Winston Churchill started doing the V sign in front of people or whatever, and also they made a V for Morse code, and it was 3 dots and a dash, and it sounded like the opening bars of Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. And then it talks about the more musically educated also understood that it was the fate motif knocking on the door of the Third Reich. So basically all it's saying is this was like a piece of this is what I get out of it anyway. This is a piece of like Beethoven's music, and they called it knocking on the door basically because they were saying they were knocking on the door of the Third Reich, so they were going to take it down, and that's what the victory was for or whatever. And then since I talked about the Third Reich, that's when Hitler came into power, and the Heil Hitler is 88, and you can look that up. They still use that to this day. They even had like airplanes called the Jew 88 and stuff like that. But the guy this guy right here was the second like president of Germany, and he's the one who was before Hitler, and he was born on October 2nd. So you have your 2/8, your 88, and then he died on August 2nd, so of 88. It's just crazy. All right, and V is also the number 5 in Roman numerals. So that, once again, the 2s, the 5s, and the 8s all connect. So then I just decided to, I was starting to think of like things that have to do with V. Even like just, Star Trek's one of them here. I forgot to even mention, like, whatever. I apologize to anybody that's going to be mad, but like eating pussy, or I don't know what the correct term is, but like, like on the movie Kingpin, when, he puts up the V and then he like sticks his tongue out and wiggles it. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, it's craziness. I can't even, whatever. But anyway, so I thought of a Spock on Star Trek, right? And Star Trek, the original series, actually came out in 1966. And I just kind of went over here and I clicked on everyone's name just to kind of, see what was going on. So you got William Shatner. He was born on 3/22, and he's 83 years old. I don't even need to explain that, I don't think. The guy who played Spock here, Leonard Nimoy, he's also 83 years old, and I just wanted to show you like why I thought of Star Trek and the V here, because this is what Spock did, like greetings or whatever, like just like that was his thing, and he makes the V, and it just reminded me of that. So this guy right here, he wrote the theme music to Star Trek, and you click on him, and he died when he was 88 years old. And then I just kind of scrolled down a little bit more, and I clicked on this guy, Fred Steiner, and he was one of the another composer for the show, and he died when he was 88 as well. And if you come over here, let's see here, he was one of the team of composers for the 1985 film The Color Purple. And The Color Purple, we've been talking about, the royal purple and a heliotrope purple. It's crazy to me. One of the producers, Fred Friedberger, he died at the age of 88 on March 2nd. of 2003, which is 3203 or 323. So you have your 32 and 23 backwards there. What really interested me about this guy, though, is I read down in his early life and career, and it says that he was stationed in England with the United States 8th Air Force. Okay, so the 8th Air Force, and look when it was established. 22nd of February, 1944. So on 2/2/2 of 44, this the 8th Air Force was established. And it also, the 8th Air Force includes the heart of America's heavy bomber force, the B-2 Spirit, the B-52 Stratoforce. So, yeah, basically it was the beginning of the America's heavy bomb force, and it was the reason that like the B-2 Spirit was made. And if you click on the B-2 Spirit, it didn't come out until later. It didn't come out like in World War II or anything, but it was produced in 1988 to 2000. And it also, I don't know why they showed in here, but the average cost in 1997, it was $737 million. So you have your 73 and your 37 in there as well. And you wonder why they call it the B-2 Spirit. I mean, 2/2. And then, you know, the 8th Air Force on 2/22/44. And also, it looks sort of like a V or a W to me, I guess. I don't even know. If you look at the main outline here, you got your V, and then you could have another V there, another V, another V, another V. You could have 4 V's or a W. Also, a W looks like 2 V's. There's so much more I need to look into this. I just wanted to post what I've discovered so far. And I've always been a sports guy, so I just thought of, you know, what happened last year, or it was this year, but like earlier of this year. Remember when Donald Sterling, the owner of the Clippers, made them racist remarks and blah blah blah? Who was the girl who recorded him? V. Stiviano. And the guy who made the racist remarks and was the Clippers owner, he changed his name, and so did V. Stiviano. But anyway, Donald Sterling, right? And remember all them videos a while back about people saying that sterling silver, or not sterling silver, but it's the E word. I can't even think of it right now. Wow, colloidal silver. I can't believe whatever. It doesn't even matter. But sterling. When I think of sterling, I think of silver, and then colloidal silver was supposedly as a cure for Ebola. And a lot of this thing had to do with Magic Johnson. And I'm a Laker fan, and so I mean, it's Magic Johnson, you know, I gotta love the guy, but you click on him, and look, he's born in August of 1959, and I've made videos about that, and he's 55 years old. When he played, his number was 32. I mean, it's nuts. And Magic Johnson announces he has HIV on November 7th, 1991. So that is 11/7 or 7/11, 1991, which is a coded 9/11, and 11/7, 9/11 September is used to be a Sept or whatever is 7. So September is also a 7, just like October is an 8 and a 10. So you got November 7th, which is 7/11, and then you also have 9/11 in here. So then there's actually this list of V codes, and V8 just happens to be asymptomatic human immunodeficiency virus, HIV infection status. I thought that was funny that it's V8, like the vegetable juice, but you got your 8 and your V, and that's what Magic Johnson has in the V codes here. That's all I have for right now. I'm running out of time. I got another video I'm gonna make a part 2 of this video right now. So anyway, have a great night.